Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum, my dear sisters. Today I'm going to talk about some benefits of memorizing the Qur'an, some benefits of improving our relationship with the Qur'an, and hopefully my intention is that inshaAllah these will push us to get closer to the Qur'an and to have a strong relationship with it. By no means am I claiming that I have the best relationship with the Qur'an, but I'm hoping that, inshallah, these video series will encourage all of us, including myself, to get closer to the Qur'an and to recite it and give its due right, inshallah. So in today's video I want to focus on there are many more benefits of course, but I'm only going to focus on 4 benefits of memorizing the Qur'an, some 4 benefits on improving our relationship with the Qur'an. And the first benefit I want to tell everyone that we gain from the Qur'an and from memorizing the Qur'an, from improving our relationship with the Qur'an, the first one is that it increases our iman. Many times, people ask, what do I do when my iman is low, or I don't feel like doing this, my iman is down, or how can I raise it up? Well, the best way you can raise your iman is by turning to the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by turning to the words of your Creator. So, for example, in Surah Al-Anfal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. And when the ayat are recited upon them, meaning the believers, their iman increases. So this is also a sign of a true believer, is that when he hears the Qur'an being recited, his iman increases. So when you are constantly reciting the Qur'an, reading the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your iman will naturally increase. It was narrated from Jundub radiallahu anhu that he said, we were young youth with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So we learned iman before we learned the Qur'an. Then we learned Qur'an and it increased our iman. So that was the first benefit. The second benefit is that you get to be of the special people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, indeed Allah has people from amongst mankind. And those are, who are they? Who are these special people? And do you want to be of them? We should all have this attitude when, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when we hear like a hadith, or even when we hear ayat from the Qur'an where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam are like highlighting some special people, their characteristics, we should all want to be of those people. So the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has people from amongst mankind, and these are the people of the Qur'an. They are the people of Allah, and they are special to Him. So if you want to be of those special people, then you need to improve your relationship with the Qur'an. So far, I mentioned 2 benefits. The first one is that the Qur'an increases our iman. The second one is that you become of those special people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And the third benefit is that the Qur'an raises your status in this world and in the next. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, it shall be said to the companion of the Qur'an, recite, meaning of what you have memorized, recite and rise up. Recite as you used to recite in the world, for indeed your rank shall be at the last ayah you recite, at the last verse you recite. Imagine that you're reciting on the Day of Judgment, and you're rising in Jannah, you're rising, and you'll stop at the last ayah that you had memorized, the last ayah. So, that's amazing. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise your rank in the hereafter. And the last benefit I want to mention is that the Qur'an will be an intercessor for you. The Qur'an will be a lawyer for you on the Day of Judgment. In the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, the Qur'an will say, I'll just mention the whole hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said, fasting and the Qur'an will intercede for the slave on the Day of Judgment. Fasting will say, O my Lord, I prevented him from food and desire, so accept my intercession for him. And the Qur'an will say, I prevented him from sleep during the night, so accept my intercession for him. And thus they will intercede, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept their intercession. So if you want to increase your iman, if you want to be of the special people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you want to raise your status in Jannah, and if you want the Qur'an to be your lawyer on the Day of Judgment, then you need to improve your relationship with the Qur'an. And this is a reminder to myself before any of you. Jazakallah khair for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos, for more beneficial videos, inshaAllah. Forgive me for any errors. If there's any good that came out of it, it was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if there's anything not good, it's from me and the shaitan and my own errors. Alright, Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.